Welcome to Fortnite Tony. Yep, Fortnite Tony. So this is the part where I'm supposed to like have conversations, like interesting conversations with us how the game. I play a game. I play this game. So it's not really about playing the game. So it's basically not for me. For me, it's about the game and also the conversation that I'm supposed to be having. But for you, it's like really the conversations because not everybody's gonna be even interested about in this game or me playing the game. And again, it's some thing to do with how confident I've really become, being myself, having moved all the way from Chavuma, Solezi to Chavuma, like the decisions I just made in life were like crazy decisions. I've made a crazy decision. Because everybody wants to leave the village to go to town. Then I do the opposite. Like, is that crazy, right? Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm nuts. So, anywho, um, I got a story. The what story? I got a story. So the story goes like, it's about relationships, is it? Relationship, personalities, and background, and just the whole overall story that we avoid to really like face and talk about. You know, I've really done my like, how they say go back to childhood to heal certain traumas and just like face those demons because most of the people have been running away from that and nobody even we don't have a culture that embraces uh, what's his healing of from childhood trauma in Zambia. That's why most of us are just a mess, bro. Like most of us are a mess. Ladies, females, and it's easy for people that have like run to Christ to to see them through such childhood traumas. And I like thank God for them, but most of the people, bro, most of the people I haven't done that. Most of the people haven't done that, and they need to realize that that's the case. I'm mirroring him. Can you even hear me, shots? You're supposed to hear my voice more and less of the people that I'm killing. Die, 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 die. Okay, yeah. So most people haven't, like done that self introspection of a childhood trauma and what the result of that. These are the issues we've never thought about addressing because a bunch and most of us have been through things that we don't really want to talk about, don't really want to share. And we're not really supposed to share anything. Nobody's saying you're supposed to share private stuff, but it's like, have you ever thought about seeing a therapist? We don't even have a culture of seeing a therapist. But there are therapists around, bro. We don't even have a culture of seeing a therapist about our mental well-being. We just wind up entering into relationships, and now we are putting all that pressure on people that don't even know better themselves about things that they don't even know how to handle because they weren't there when we were going through this when we were young. And again, our parents didn't know any better themselves. So we're not doing a blame game. We're just doing a game like, bruh, you know what? I wish somebody could come through and say, you know what, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to work on, and this is where you need to start it from, like your childhood. So now you discover most of the people, most of us are from broken homes, bro, like proper broken homes. But and trust me, after growing up, I've realized it's okay. It is okay, because it's life, man. That's the reality of it, bro. Because even Bill Gates, who's rich, man, he is divorced. No, so this is not. Even knowledge doesn't even fix this, bro. And it doesn't care whether you are smart or not. If you are a product of that, you are supposed to die. Then it is what it is, man. Like, oh, set number 7 have died again. So what do we do, bro? Like, what do we do? Well, really, because how that's why people say upbringing is important. So people are really just say upbringing is important as if theirs is perfect. Nah, man. Yeah, upbringing is important, but has anybody has anybody else ever like looked into their upbringing and tried to sort out their trauma so that they are more healthy to people? Like, when do we get to like realize that the rest of the three fingers, in fact the four fingers are pointing at us every time we're pointing at others, and just try to do like self introspection and in the drugs are bad, yeah, but there's what they say in drugs, especially for marijuana, that it opens up to you facing the demon you or the dark side of you. You know how we're always like throwing shit at people about how people are and easy to point out there. Oh, this one is that. This one is channel. This person is like, oh yeah. Now imagine if um you address yourself as a third person and you tell yourself such things. Like, how many people would actually really have the guts to honestly say, point what's this, call themselves out, like, I got a problem in this, I got a problem in this, like Tony, you are a problem in this and that and that and that, and you're not really a good person, and but you can be if you want to be, and it takes a choice and consciously just saying, you know what, I don't want to be this other person anymore. I want to be better, and I think that's the essence of repentance. Is it's you admit that you are wrong, but imagine, and that's just church. Imagine if you can also admit that you are wrong with clinical psychology, like just nothing to do with religion, but everything to do with just personal character. Like, okay, I'm fumble to it, like something wrong with me as well. Like, I need to quit something, right? To this actually, if I didn't do this, I wouldn't wind up in this predicament, or do I wind up in this beef with this person, and I also feel or believe I say the right things when I actually don't. I'm also just not healthy towards others as much as I think other people are not healthy towards me or towards other people. Like, when do we do that? When do we start to do that? When do we develop a culture of accountability and sorry, and just being there to say, I probably I contributed to the fall of such and such, you know, because at the end of the day, we have this, we are, let me say, we have horrible characters about ourselves that have affected a lot of relationships that we didn't know any better that they would, and actually ended up doing so. So now, we're in a generation and a culture where marriages, friendships are failing a lot, man. Like, our parents will tell you this, you know what? I was with his friends since high school, and we've been friends since then, yada yada yada, and ourselves, bro. We become best friends today and enemies tomorrow. Like, how does that work, man? How does that work? How does that work? How does that work? How you lovers today and just enemies the tomorrow, like. where is the sense of forgiveness and understanding that we are all flawed and we don't know any better, and God willing, we should work on ourselves, like it's crazy, man. And now we all now come into this union, especially for marriage, now come into this union where everybody has issues, man. Like it's wild, and you are failing to understand each other. You are blaming each other, best friends, relationship, whatever you can call it. You can't really find a solution at something, and now you've developed this habit of you can't just argue and make up. You argue and look for new people like that's secure, only to wind up in the same situation that doesn't get sorted out, because and again the other part is trauma has a way of not knowing what to do. Not knowing what to do about a situation, and about when the relationship reaches the extent of where it's no longer in the merry days, those first weeks, first month, and everything's like sweet, sweet. So we don't know what to do after that is worn out. The only thing we know how to do is look for something fresh, bro. Like if mselela kwa cover. Like that's the only thing we know. That's what we're good, and we don't even know that we actually do that because we have never done a self introspection. What's this? I would say activity. Yeah, never really done a self introspection. Like, why do we do what we do? Like because you don't, when you argue with your brother or your sister, you don't go around telling your mother to birth you another sister because you can't deal with this one anymore, or you don't go and you don't ditch your sister and look for a new sister. No, we stick around because we've learned to live past the euphoria that comes with the love that we have for our siblings, and eventually in the long run we discover that we actually really, really love them, and we don't even need to say it. We just show it. So even and how we show love is, no matter how ugly the argument will be, it's still gonna make up. It's still gonna make up. It's still the siblings. But imagine if it's the same thing that we do to our relationships. So now we're in a relationship, we argue, oh my god, we start texting exes, we start wishing this and such never worked out. Now we're saying the most horrible things, regrets. Oh my god, like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.